So with it?
What's up with
it? Nothing much. Introduce yourself, let people know who you is.
What's up? It's your girl Shana B from St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm rocking with Views from the Arch.
I appreciate that. You hear me? That's the drop right there. They got the Queen of Lou in the building, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Most definitely, man. I say shit. I feel like you deserve that name.
Thank you.
Most definitely. I feel like you deserve that name. Just how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you was as young as you were.
Oh yeah. I'm only 22.
I didn't realize that. Just how you carry yourself, like as far as like how you like a lot of artists they look up to you, like a female artist.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I heard that over. I'm really honored that people, look at me like that.
Yeah, especially with them being like close age as you, they just the respect they show you and just the love you show. I see you comment on everybody's videos.
Yeah.
At least I see the posts on Instagram. You always commenting and sharing things like that. You just show support, basically.
Yeah.
Most definitely, I say you just carry yourself like a queen, man.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And then just like in the beginning, shit, I say for my generation of St. Louis musicians or St. Louis rappers, more so should I say,
yeah.
I would feel like you was or is a pioneer of this current generation of artists as far as rappers.
Yeah.
You came out with like 3 Problems, LA Foes. He's like the first like real rapper I first heard like as far as like artists and shooting with Big Mike, things like that.
Yeah. So that was like that era. It was kind of like. It didn't happen spontaneously, but it was a iconic era for St. Louis music, especially with 3 Problems, Lil Tay, and Swag being some of the structure and kind of like the foundation of what we were trying to build onto and create. We were just adding on to that. So it felt like all of us came out in the same era. But really, 3 Problems, Lil Tay, and Swag had been doing it since they were kids, and we just had got that shine, like you said, when LA Foes came up on the scene, because many people didn't know about St. Louis rappers. Like you said, people thought that LA Foes might have been the first St. Louis rapper. But really, it's just kind of been something that was worked on for so long, and it didn't really work until we got together. Like, unity is what, made that happen the way it did.
You say unity, Heavy G, the new Lou.
Yeah.
That's why I first really started like tapping into all y'all collectively.
Yeah.
Like I seen you do an interview with someone, I think it was I want to say Princess Storm. You were speaking about like people started like I guess other artists started to like give you like backlash for it. Like it was almost like I feel like I'm better than things like
for
that.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Like it was a thing, I guess, being called the Lou Queen, and everybody's trying to do that. It does put me in a certain limelight or a certain standpoint for people to feel like they have to work to be like that, or to like prove that I'm not queen or I'm not better than them. That was a thing. Like, why Shana B the Lou Queen? She didn't create St. Louis rappers. She didn't create me. Why is she the queen? But really, that name had kind of stemmed from the first song I made was called Lou Rack, and it was a song about St. Louis. I did the video with Rimrod Photography. He's a photographer and a videographer from St. Louis. He did most of my first work that I did, and he's even done some current work for me. So he came out with the name. He's like, just call yourself the Lou Queen. Your song about St. Louis is Lou Rack. Just run with it and watch how it go. And literally, that's what I did. He gave me that nickname, and I just like, my first song, Lou Rack, is about St. Louis. People know I'm from St. Louis, so I'm the Lou Queen. I'm just gonna say that, and it went like just like that. And ever since then, it kind of been like, yeah. And I guess people think that the name fit, like you said, the name fit for me. So I'm guessing, that was where the competition came in at.
But as far as just like people like feeling like you don't deserve it.
Yeah. Because it was people that would say that in the beginning, but I think I turned most of the doubters into believers, because I don't even get that much, or it's like you can't beat them, so join them,
Yeah, I never seen me personally. You probably seen it directly.
Yeah.
I never seen the back. I seen nothing but respect.
Yeah.
But especially from like a lot of the upcoming artists, like for Brand B. I don't necessarily say Poodle Love or anything like that. I never seen it. But like Lil Money and things like that.
Yeah.
I see you show a lot of love. You comment, you know, you just show the support, you know. So I say you carry yourself like a queen.
Yeah.
Especially in your genre.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see. You go back to like the Lou rap.
Yeah.
Like there's I say you kind of grew as an artist where you at now. You still kind of rap similar to that style.
Yeah.
But it's more like I see more like the rock or like it's punk rock, more like gothic rap now.
Yeah. Yeah.
More pop.
Yeah.
What I say.
So coming out, I guess you could say it was more street reality, kind of gangster, and I still try to be that way, like, you know, incorporate that into what I'm doing now. But everybody has to grow. And then with me being here, I kind of feel like I just had to reinvent because I had a car accident not long ago. So I was recovering for half a year already, and then I had to stop and you know, sit back, watch what's going on in the world, make music. I had to make music that I really felt from me. Sometimes I used to make music, well, when I first came out, because I've been doing music my whole life, but I started rapping dominantly around like 15 something when I dropped the rack. So when I used to make music sometimes, because I didn't know that rap would have been my path, I thought it would have been singing or something else. I used to make music that I thought people would like to hear because when the songs that I came out with, they loved. So I just thought like, okay, this is what it's going to be from now. They love this. I know they're going to keep loving it. Gangster music, I'm just going to put that. But my heart was telling me like, no, you are a recording artist. You're not just a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have many styles you can choose. Look at everybody that raps that's an icon. Look how many phases Lil Wayne had. Look how many phases Nicki Minaj had. Look how many phases Rihanna and Beyonce had. Beyonce even was Sasha Fierce at a point in time, and Rihanna was a rock star. So, you know, it's like it's just a part of me growing.
You want to limit yourself, basically.
Yeah, basically. And then it's like I kind of always I guess punk and rock looks always kind of been me because even when I was a kid, I used to shave my hair on the side and do like, you know, but I always was, I was me though. Like, people would be in the hood like, dang, that little girl is so gangster and she got on a skull hair belt and a choker around her neck. You know, it was just, I just was me. I didn't really care. People put me in the box or, you know, put me with the weird ones because once they got to know me and I spoke, my personality just shines, you know. I don't really meet too many people in life that don't really like me for me because I know, you know, I'm not a bad person. I don't mean bad. I don't mean no harm, you know. So I just let people see me, and then when they hear my music, they get a whole different perception of deciphering who I am, you know.
Yeah. It's even like back in those times, say, you was going by emotion, Shana Blood, but still Shana B, but it's Shana Blood.
Yeah.
You see here to say, for the song, it's Trap Boy.
Yeah.
You made like the lullaby.
Yeah, exactly.
Little baby,
yeah.
The Trap Boy.
Exactly. See, and that was, it's crazy because that song has stuck in my head for so long. Like sometimes when I hear songs, I remix them in my own way. Sometimes when I don't know why, I just remix them. And I don't know why I remixed that song thousands of times. I'm like, bro, I'm going to make this a song, and I want to see how much people like it. And they really did. They like, she just turned the trap lullaby. She made it.
Yeah, that shit. I'm like, what the hell? Definitely. I seen the video you had Nick.
Yes, Nick.
The streets might know him as Boosie. Yeah. That was, I'm sure probably like a childhood friend of yours.
Yeah.
Like the passing of him, how did that impact you?
That was really, really like, because, I mean, we all have friends that sometimes are just not going to be here as long as we are. And I had lost friends even before that, but because I was hanging with him every day and then I was doing something that I loved and he supported it and we had other friends that did the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Plus all the childhood memories or the things that we did every day with each other, moments we spent. And now I was spending time with them, hanging out just before he died. So it was like, dang, it was kind of like, dang, how am I going to keep going now with part of the motivation and part of the influence being gone? Because he influenced me a lot. Sometimes we'd be hanging out doing stuff, and I'd be out with the guys, and he'd be like, Shana, you need to go to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Why you sitting out here? Why we out here shooting guys? They out here selling dope. You don't need to be out here. You need to go to the studio. You need to you know, follow your path. But I remember before he died, because he died in January. So I say like the beginning of January, he was telling me, he was like, watch, by this time next year, you ain't gonna be able to walk around and do stuff. Everybody gonna know who you is. You gonna be big, Shana. I be telling LA that LA can't be, because him and LA Foles are best friends. He was telling, I be telling LA that he can't be walking around like this. People, everybody gonna know him. And sure enough, he died. But sure enough, by that time in January, I had put out my first album, and he was on the cover of it actually. I had Lex to My Guns. Yeah, I had put out my first album, and by then I was trying to be for real. Like everybody knew me. You know, before he died, I had dropped a couple songs and videos, but I hadn't dropped the album yet because he was on the cover. So you know, it all worked out right. And because he died, that was the most impactful album that I put out in my career to me. You know, to this day, because it was the introduction of who I am. You know what I'm saying? People wouldn't have even been following this journey had it not been for that moment, you know. So that was a really, really big, for my career, for me, my life, period. Like, you know, they helped mold me into who I am. Yeah.
You say, Shana B versus Shana Blood. What's the difference, or is it a difference?
See, Shana B is Shana Blood. Shana B is just Shana Blood abbreviated, but Shana Blood is more immature. Shana Blood is more feisty, more hot, you know, more rebellious. And then Shana B is more mature, more classy, more of a woman, because this is my woman stage. So to see them versus each other, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how it sounded musically. You can get that Shana Blood, that little rack, that, you know.
That's why I feel like Shana Blood is more, like you say, the more immature version.
Yeah, exactly. See, Shana B can be immature,
Shana
but
B
has limits.
is the artist.
Yeah,
Shana Blood is the rapper.
Exactly. Right.
That's how I see it. Mm-hmm. Say, you just recently released Vendetta.
Yes.
I see you release a lot of videos. Well, a few videos, should I say. But the recent one, I think, was Lil Queen Freestyle.
Yes.
Was that recorded last year?
Yes.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah.
So I did the freestyle like when I got out of my halo break because I had my accident. So once I stopped, recovering and I was free, I had recorded a freestyle that I wanted that to be my comeback, like freestyle. But it wasn't it. It wasn't hard. Like, it's hard, but it wasn't speaking to my soul, this is what I'm finna come back with or come out with, you know. So I did record a video to it, but I'm like, no, this needs to go into something collective, a piece of work. It doesn't need to be just a single something that I'm doing, you know, just putting it out. Like, people just see me go through some of the most traumatic shit that I've ever went through. They want to see me, what I've grown into, what this situation teach me, versus hearing immature Shana Blood still on the track. So I sat down for a moment, you know. I collectively put together, you know, pieces of work. I got as versatile as I could on this project because I know that people took so long, you know what I'm saying, hearing me not release music. And my last albums probably have 10 songs, maybe 12, something like that. So this album, 16 songs, felt like there was enough songs to be versatile enough to put some love songs, some hood songs, some stories, you know, all of that on there, since people were waiting on me to drop for so long.
Yeah, I would say, how was the reaction when you was recording the video?
Okay, because
how you was dressed, like you
right.
Downtown? Was you downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't have on like half of sleeve, and then I had on titty pasties, but I guess the reaction was people thought that I was, some people was asking, is it a parade today, or are you doing a show or something? I'm like, no, I'm just an artist recording. But I had my brothers with me, and they were so I was comfortable. I wasn't like uncomfortable. I have a twin brother. My twin brother and some of his friends were with me. And we just walked down Washington, just was comfortable. I tried to be as comfortable as possible, so to make it, you know, had I been wondering like, or, you know, acting like I was trying to be concealing myself, then I would look uncomfortable in the video. But I just did it. And I feel like if Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj and all of them could do it back in the day, hey.
Yeah, speaking of, like you said, just Lil Kim, specifically thought he was. That's a track you seem like you just kind of like it seemed like a heartbreak song almost.
Yeah.
It seemed like you thought the guy was some you had an expectation of who he was, but it wasn't. Reality wasn't. It wasn't who he was.
Right.
But I say just before you go back to what I said the Lil Kim thing. With that track, Love and Money. Like, you speak a lot about in your music, not necessarily reflect your personal life. I'm just asking you for it's a personal opinion. Would you value love over money or vice versa? What's more important to you?
Love, because we can be happy and well, you know, we can be happy and love, you know what I'm saying, without money, because we'll find whatever makes each other happy and you know, and cherish that and bring that to the table. But really, I value loyalty over all of that, because you can love somebody and do them wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can love them with all your heart and soul, and your loyalty not with them, you can hurt them by betrayal, by, you know. So really, I just value love. I don't know. I value love though over money, because I know money come and go, and honestly, the root of all evil is money, and God didn't create us with no money. So
yeah, definitely. Another track on there that stood out to me, they really touched me, was, what's the name of the track? Can't think of it. Man, what the hell was it? Like to Be Around. Like, they're really like, that's what's going on in my life right now. That's what's going on in my life right now. So that really stood out to me.
So really, okay, so, well, since it's the interview and it's about my music, so the songs that every love song that I released on the album was about the same person, and there was a relationship that kind of had ups and downs throughout the whole thing. And so that's like kind of like still kind of touching my soul, that you said it touched you, because I was praying like, please let me make timeless music that's gonna touch people, that's, you know, talk to people, because I know somebody feel like this, you know. I know, you know, it's like, so I just like, I never really have boyfriends. Like my whole, like I've been like, I kind of was like a tomboy at a point in time, so I really didn't care about boys for real. Like I ain't care about girls either, but I just, you know, but it wasn't my thing. I didn't really care too much. I probably had like 2-3 real boyfriends in my life, including the one I got now. So it's like, I just didn't care. So I was putting my heart into what I was going through, because it's like, okay, nobody ever seen me in love. They used to this hood or this gothic or whatever they used to, but not love. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of boy fans, but if they sing the girls all in love, I would have even more boy fans, you know? So I start making music that I see girls listening to every day. I'm watching their snaps. I'm seeing them listening to sad music, singing word for word. I'm like, you know what, I have those kind of songs in my heart. I could just put them out. I could just stop holding back and, you know, really make music. So, and Like to Be Around was actually a song that the producer behind that song is Angelo Cortez, and he had me come to the studio. We were actually just now getting familiar with each other, so he was showing me his style and his music, and we were going through some tracks, and I just literally made that chorus. I just singing it, and then he was like, "Bro, that's it. That's the one. You have to just stop singing. Stop going through beats. Just go record. That's the one." So I went there and recorded, and not gonna lie, we worked on that song for a lot of times. Like honestly, in my honest opinion, I believe that I could have did the song even better than that, but we had mixed the song, I'm telling you, like 100 times, because I went and recorded it twice. I was sick when I first made it, so it didn't sound polished enough. I went and re-recorded it twice, and then all the mixes we kept getting from it, they just weren't it. So that was the final one. I'm like, forget it. I'm not mixing it no more. This is it. This is the one we're gonna do. It's time for this project to come out, and we did it. People like that song. Got a star on it. My mama really, really likes that song.
Yeah, it definitely touched me, man. If y'all listen to the whole album, that's one that stood out to me.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, I'm gonna say, October 6th, 2019.
Yeah.
Like, You went through a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
Like, kind of elaborate as much as you can on that day.
Okay. So, you want to start from what happened? Mm-hmm. Okay, so me, and my sister, I have an older sister. We were hanging out for a friend's birthday, one of her friend's birthday. So it was me, my sister, her name is Courtney. It was our friend Michael, a dude named Rico, and Kalani, which was the birthday girl. So we all linked up to go hang out for Kalani's birthday. So we went to a few spots downtown, but none of them were really cracking. We visited the casino, seen a couple old friends. You know, it was kind of weird because it was like I was seeing a lot of people I grew up with, and I was seeing hella people. Like it, you know, that weird, one of them weird feelings like, why am I seeing everybody? So I even ran into my best friend, and I hadn't talked to her that night. So I'm like, how did I see her? You ain't even tell me what you was doing tonight. It was so weird. So we left and we went to this place called Big Daddy's on the landing. They was charging too much to get in that night, and really none of us really had no money. We really didn't have no money that night. So they were charging like $20 to get in, but I'm like, yeah, that's too much. I ain't got that tonight to be spending. So we can find something cheaper to do, or we can try to go to the east side where it's cheaper. And then the birthday girl like, yeah, I'm down because that's my spot anyway. We can go there. If we down, that's your birthday, whatever you say, we down. So we went to the Oz. So while we get to the club, we jamming, everybody jamming. But me and the birthday girl, we the only ones that's like not feeling it, and it was crazy. We the only ones not feeling it. We not into nothing, but we letting everybody else have their fun because they on the dance floor, they turned up. We didn't drink too much, we didn't smoke, we was cool. So the whole time in the club, me and the birthday girl like, it don't feel right, we need to go. Either we finna fight or somebody finna start shooting. This ain't feel right, it ain't feel right. So we looking for everybody to leave. The dude Rico, so when we about to leave, the dude Rico that we came in with, he ain't with us. So it's just me, Michael, Courtney, and Kalani. Rico nowhere to be found. So we looked for Rico for about 30 minutes. We couldn't find him. The birthday girl mad. She like, man, don't forget Rico. We can just leave. I paid Rico way to get in here on my birthday, and now he nowhere to be found. Let's just go, y'all. So we like, all right, no, let's wait. Let's look for him for another 30 minutes. You don't know. We never know what can happen. We did. Rico never came up. So we left, and I just remember when we was getting in the car or whatever, she was mad. She was like, I just paid Rico way to get in here. He gonna do this lame. He lame or whatever. So I'm like, all right, we get in the car. I put my headphones in, I grab my headphones and put them in my ear, and we finna pull off the lot of the eyes. We didn't make it off the lot of the eyes. Somebody hit us before we even got in the street, and then I woke up in the hospital. So I really didn't know all of that until I woke up. So yeah, my sister helped me. You know, she got me out the car. The car was splitting. The car was.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, it was horrible. So had it not been for my sister, I don't really know, because Michael flew out the car. Kalani was in a coma as well as me. I had broke my neck in 7 places, and I got seven screws and 2 plates in my neck. So I had broke my neck and was in a coma, and then Kalani had brain trauma and some problems with her lungs. I think she couldn't breathe, but she was in a coma though. So that's crazy that both of us sat to the side the whole night. We wasn't even feeling it or nothing. Then we was the ones hurt. So it's kind of like an energy thing, like, you know. And then so in my coma, you know, some people usually don't remember their comas, but I did though, and it was really fast. It felt like what I thought happened in my head. I thought that I went to sleep. Like I thought that, oh, maybe I did get drunk and had a bad dream. You know what I'm saying? So when I woke up in the hospital, it was like a movie. Like everybody standing over me, looking like, what's going on? And I'm like, what's going on? Why am I in the hospital? You know, the last thing I remember was pulling up the light of the club. But then my sister like, no, Shana, you was in the coma. We had a bad car accident. You've been asleep for like 2 weeks. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was just thinking, the spirit, maybe I was in another realm, like a spiritual realm, and it moves really fast because it felt like a bad dream, like I had just fallen asleep. But while I was in my coma, I remember me being somewhere dark, somewhere like you know how ant farms look where you can see the ants moving through the dirt and all that? It felt like I was someplace like that, you know, someplace I didn't want to be for certain. I didn't want to be there, but it just felt like it was underground or we was all going somewhere. It was other people with me and other people there, but I just couldn't see them. It was creatures there. I just don't remember how vivid they are. Maybe God wiped my mind from that. I don't know. But I do believe that, I don't know if everybody believe in hell, the devil, or God, for real, but I do believe that maybe God was showing me somewhere I didn't want to be, or showing me what others' eyes can't see. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. When I woke up, you know, people say, I seen the light. I seen the light. Like, that's no lie. When I see that on TV shows these days, like, I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the writer had went through something. I don't know how everybody else can see that or know about that. But I seen the light, and when I woke up, it felt like it was dragging me through a dirty tunnel or something, like a sewer. Wherever the light was taking me, it felt like they were dragging me for a long time. And when I woke up, I was in the hospital with all the people around me. So I was like, dang, you know, hold the fuck up. And then my mama and everybody in the room said, when I woke up, I was saying, the devil tried to take my soul, but God didn't let him. I can't remember all of that as vividly because I was on medication. I was coma medication, because they just sometimes when you in a coma, they keep you in a coma too, like a medicated one too, to see when you're gonna wake up on your own. So I was high for about another 2 weeks still, until I got my mind back a little bit, you know.
Yeah. So a friend who did this fellow rapper also. He went through that.
So
and he was talking, I was like, you know what she was saying? Like, I don't know.
Exactly. He don't remember. Exactly. Yeah. He don't remember.
He was saying, no, I'm like, man, like, he kept saying, look at that. You don't see that over there? I'm like, man, I'm looking like, I'm just, you know, talking to him, trying to keep him up. But he don't remember none of that.
Exactly. It's like, why do I remember? Some people don't remember their dreams, nothing. Why do I remember my dreams? Or, you know, I took it as God just trying to, and then I came back to Shana B. I ain't have no memory loss. Well, you know, I ain't a vegetable. I'm still living. I still can rap and remember my music and, you know, all that. So I took it as God just took me somewhere. So maybe he's using me, you know what I'm saying? Using me so I can put the word out there and do whatever I do, but in the best way I know how. Through music or through whatever I'm going to do. People going to know what I went through and how I got there, you know what I'm saying? So maybe God just used me to show, because people die every day. Innocent babies, old people, you know, innocent people, period. So to keep me here is for a reason. You know, I have some type of purpose. So I just keep on praying for my purpose to be unveiled and hopefully get on the right path to that. And I just try to stay focused as much as I can. And that's why Vendetta was the cover. That's why the cover for Vendetta was so I wouldn't say dark, but I would say kind of, the name for Vendetta, I was kind of referring that, because the meaning for Vendetta is a blood feud between the family of a murdered person. So it kind of was like, I was the one that they was trying to get, like the devil tried to take my soul, like I got Vendetta on him. So that's kind of where it came from, and that's why it's 4 girls on my cover. They get snatched by the Grim Reaper, because I used my four personalities that I had already came out with. I used Griselda Blanco for one. One of the figures was Griselda Blanco, one was Brawley Quinn, and the other one was just Shana Blood from Letters to My Young Gunners. And he was grabbing the one with the green hair, which was what I probably would have been becoming before I came into my accident. But he took me away, so I had to reinvent that whole thing, because I was like doing the green hair. After Brawley Quinn, it was the more animated me. You know, I was coming into that, but it kind of got stalled and stopped because I got into a car accident. So, you know. And then the girls at the bottom represent all the leeches, all the watchers, everybody just soaking up what I've done, you know, and making them out to be whatever they want to. Kinda, that's why it's funny when you said, how do people feel when you say you were the little queen, or I see many people looking up to you, is that, yeah, I know. It's like a good and bad thing, but mostly good.
Yeah, man, it's just a lot. I'm sure that was a lot. You feel like you just kind of, like you say, kind of woke you up in a sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Woke you up. Woke you up. Say, just kind of switch gears here. You know, that was just a traumatic experience, I'm sure.
Yeah.
For anybody, for you to go through, shit, for your family, for your sister, you know, your fans.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, it was traumatic, but then it also was like traumatic mentally, you know, because it's like I had to wear a halo brace for about 2 months or something like that, 2.5 months. And then I also had to wear a neck brace until I felt like I didn't need it anymore, you know. So it was like I went from people seeing me all with a halo brace on, it's heavy and big. I wasn't going outside. I didn't want people to see me like that, you know. I didn't want people, because I know if I was to see somebody in there, I'd be looking at them like, ooh, what happened to him? Oh my God, you know. So people doing that to me, and then who I am on top of that, I didn't know if people were going to be, can I get a picture, or can I, even though I'm in there, I don't know.
I mean,
people still look.
You kind of wore it well.
Yeah, oh, thank you. So what I did was, I just told myself, because for real, in our reality, they told me I'm still supposed to be in a recovery stage.
Like now?
Yeah, because I broke my neck in 7 places and I had screws, and you know. And
It's
so
been,
I had
almost 2 years?
it's going to be 2 years in October. So, well, not in the recovery stage, but I'm just now supposed to be doing the things that I've been doing, you know. So I really, what I did was I told my mind that I was strong enough. Your mind tells your body, you know, what to do. So had I sat around late and felt sore and all that, I wouldn't be here now. But I couldn't even leave the hospital until I learned how to walk. Until they see me walking and strong enough to be in a halo and work my feet and all of that, I couldn't leave. So I told myself, like, I'm not gonna be in this hospital. It's nasty in here. Shana, you gotta get up because you got stuff to do. So forget all that.
How long were you in there after you woke up?
And probably a week, another week. Yeah, so
like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I gotta get up. This time I can't be here. I got to get up. So I was getting up, walking around, you know, doing what I needed to do. And when I went home, I was that word mental trauma came in there, because I was like, dang, I ain't doing no show. I ain't been to the studio. And even I had a writer's block. Writing music got hard, because it's like, what am I gonna write about now? It's like, okay, because I really don't write my music. Just write the serious stuff, the more stories and stuff. I can just go in and create music just off the top. But when I got into my accident, I was like, wow, I can't write no music. I don't know what these people want to hear. After I got into an accident, I know they don't want to hear me talking about shooter, pow, pow, and I just broke my neck, you know? Like, so what can I do? What can I talk about? Even if they do want to hear that, how can I incorporate that into what I just went through to make it make sense? So that's why that kind of took me longer to make music too, because it was like, dang, what am I going to make that's really me, that I feel and that they feel? Because, okay, yeah, music is not all about what other people want to hear. It is about you, but I have to make sure that it's for me, and it is going to be music people love. I can't just make music for, you know, be one-sided.
One-sided,
yeah.
So just speaking of shows, you got Ladies Night, June 4th.
Yes, it pops. Yes. Yeah. Yep. So I'm getting ready for that now. Every day until then, I'm gonna be getting ready for that. But I'm not. I don't get nervous. I'm just only nervous about, because I haven't been back on the stage since, I broke my neck. I'm just nervous as to how happy they gonna be or how they gonna react. I don't know. I hope a lot of people come out. Yeah.
It's a big night for you.
Yeah.
I'm saying, before we wrap up here, I got one thing to say. Kind of started off where you got the inspiration. Well, probably seen before this. You got the inspiration for the fudgery.
Yes.
Was you working at the ballpark village, or was you working you started off at the Union Station?
The ballpark village, but they started off at Union Station from when I was little. I used to watch them there when I was little, and then when I grew up, I started working at the ballpark village.
I missed it. I didn't know they moved to the ballpark village.
I don't know if they're still in Union Station. I think they still have the original location in Union Station too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was like the last thing that was still standing in.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the last original thing there, along with the aquarium and stuff. Yeah.
I just remember as a kid walking down saying stuff,
Singing.
getting chocolate. Yeah, that was the best part.
That was the best job I ever had. It's crazy because my best friend always say, "You always talking about that job. That's the only job you had." I'm like, nah. She was like, "I know, but that's your favorite one. You always talking about them." I know. I love the fudgery. I can go back there anytime I want to, and they be like, "Can I have a CD?" You know, I be like, "Can I have a coma?"
Yeah. Say, coming to a close here, just like you said, just released Vendetta. You got the show coming up. What word of encouragement can you leave with any upcoming artists or just anybody in life in general? For like with things you went through in life.
The greatest thing that you can do as an artist is be yourself, keep going, and don't see limitations. Like, don't let people tell you what you can't do, and don't let people create a stigma in your mind that you can't go somewhere, you can't do it because they don't think they can do it. When people tell you you can't do it, it's just what they think they can't do, or they just placing their fears upon you. You can do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times are we gonna hear these celebrities that are at where we want to be say, just follow your dreams, just do what you want to do, until you actually do it, and you become that person that's telling people that, you know. So I just have to take that into consideration. Study the greats to be great. If you don't know what to do, just study the greats to be great, and everything they tell you is gonna all align to one thing, because they all follow the same formula. Let's be themselves and just continue to keep going. Yep.
Good advice. I appreciate your time.
Yes, I appreciate you too.
Thank you.